Welcome back to Macro Golf YouTube. Today I'm talking about the Pulse Roll Mini Massage Gun, and I'm talking specifically about how to get the best out of your Pulse Roll Mini Massage Gun. Now this can also be relative to the large massage gun. It's not necessarily because of the Mini, it's just the one that I've got to kind of talk you through today. So first thing I want to say is that these massage guns work on something called percussion therapy. So percussion therapy is something that physiotherapists use as well, and it's all to do with creating a little bit of kind of change into that tissue, right? So with all of these massage guns, they work on the same concept, right? Percussion therapy, so keep that in mind. So what we need to think about is, what are we trying to achieve from having a massage gun, right? If we are just trying to make ourselves feel better, then generally I'd say just go and do whatever you want, right? If it feels good to turn it up, turn it on, turn it up to the highest setting, and just go, whatever, right? If that feels good for you and you enjoy doing that, go for it. You're not going to do yourself any harm, and if it makes you feel good, why not? We do plenty of things in life that make us feel good for no real benefit, right? Fine, no problem. I've got no issue with that whatsoever. What I think is important to note though, is we probably could do something that is going to make a little bit more positive change to some tissue, to the way that we're moving, to some pain that we're experiencing, right? So this is the key for today's video. We're thinking more about what can we do to make potentially some positive change. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the way we can use this. So I've got the setting on here, which you can see, which is the disc setting, which is my favourite attachment. I just find it really, really versatile. You've obviously got the other settings as well. So you've got kind of the ball head, you've got the U spikes, and you've also got the bullet setting as well. And you can use these for different areas, fine. But for me, I like to use the disc. I just find it really, really versatile. So what I want to talk about is, what I want us to do when we're using this gun to get the most out of it and make it the most effective is to put some context into what we're doing, right? So say I was just gonna go and hammer onto my chest. There's not really much context into what I'm doing. It might just feel good, but there's not much carry across, right? If you've got pain in the shoulder, you might go and your chest might feel a little bit looser or whatever, but you're not putting much context into that. So let me think of a good example. As golfers, it's very common for us to start getting a little bit of elbow pain, right? You might be training a lot recently, practicing a lot recently, doing a lot in the gym, and you might be struggling with a little bit of elbow pain, and you might be quite stiff to extend and flex the arm, right? Very, very common, normal. So what might happen is we might get our massage gun and we might go, right? And this might feel pretty good, and you might get a little bit of increased blood flow, and you say, you know what, I feel a little bit better. But how you can take that to kind of the next level, first thing I would do is really use this disc setting to get some real specific work done. So if I just go straight on it like that, I'm spreading myself over quite a big area. If I take that onto its side and use the side of this disc and go side to side, I'm now getting a little bit more specific work done, right? To take that even further, that movement that's causing me discomfort or pain, I can now start to go into that movement and get a little bit of context into what I'm trying to do, right? So I'm flexing and extending the arm at the elbow, which is where I'm getting pain and discomfort. I'm adding a little bit of pressure with the gun, working on the side of the disc. And again, this is going to be working into our blood flow, but it's actually creating a little bit of context for our mind for this movement, right? So this is one way we can do it, is just add movement to what we're trying to do. The other thing we can do is start to work very specifically across areas where we actually might be able to make some change to what's going on, right? So I'm just going to turn this off for now. So if you think about your leg, you've got a big chunk of muscle on the top of your thigh, right? And it's going to feel good just to go down the thigh. It's going to feel nice. If you think about your knee itself, you've got all of this coming in connected. So you've got stuff coming over to the top of your kneecap and behind. You've got stuff kind of going on here. And this is actually an area where we might be able to make some change and really get some increased blood flow going to skin level. So what you can actually do is, again, use the disc, and you can just start to trace along these kind of areas where we're getting some connection going on. This is really good work that I like to do, especially in front of the TV. So think about the quadricep, it's going to feel nice, but you're going to struggle to make much change into such a big bulk. So if you start going after these smaller areas, you can definitely get some more work done, even down underneath the knee as well. Works the same on the wrist, same on the ankle, and just think a little bit more about the change that you could be making into a smaller area. So there's just a few tips you can use to get the most out of your Pulse Roll Mini Massage Gun. The concept is the same for the big gun. As I said, we're using the mini one for today's session. What I would say as well with the pressure is the Mini's got a lot of power in it for a small device, And you don't always need to be up at level 4, right? It's going to feel good on your thigh to get to level 4, but when you come into these smaller areas, you can just take that pressure down, and obviously working when you're in movement as well, the same concept. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you took something from that that could kind of get you a little bit more out of your massage gun, out of your Pulse Roll Mini. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments below. It'd be great if you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button as well, so you can see all of these videos as they're released. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.